People, it's me, Kinghuman. Listen up. I'm pissed off. I'm going to rant. I know I've been getting a lot of emails from people saying, Kinghuman, been a long time since you ranted about something. Rant. We want to see you have a thrombo. I'm trying to be a calmer, more zen person as I'm getting older, but this pissed me off, so I have to make a video about it. And you can tell me if I'm wrong, but this is what happened, and I want to get into this. There's a lot of levels to this, so pay attention and bear with me because this has a payoff. Okay, what pissed me off was I just watched a video on YouTube by Steve Harvey, the idiot celebrity Steve Harvey, who's giving business advice like he knows business. But this is what pissed me off, and I'm going to do what he did in the video. He gets his pad of paper, let me move over here, and he's going to tell you how to make $1 million really fast. And he calls it the 10-step rule, the 10-step method. And inch by inch, anything's a cinch. So this is what he does, and I kid you not. He goes, my friend, I want you to think about what you want to do to make $1 million. Now the problem is everybody sits down and they think, how do I make $1 million? And it's such a daunting task that they walk away from it and they say, I can't do it. But let me tell you, my friend, inch by inch, anything's a cinch. I'm going to show you how you can make $1 million. What you need to do is you need to start small. You need to go with not $1 million business, but think of something you can do for $10. Mowing the lawn, driving somebody somewhere, weaving hair, whatever it is, do it for $10. And he writes it out like that. I'm doing just what he's doing. So then he goes, what you want to do, first he goes, everybody's got a $10 thing in them. It's God-given. Everybody's got a $10 thing they can do. So what I want you to do, my friend, is this. Take that $10 thing and do it 10 times. And then you have $100. But this is where it gets interesting, my friend. Do that. Now that you've got $100, do that thing 10 times. And now you have $1,000, my friend. $1,000. But you don't just stop at $1,000. Now that you've got $1,000, my friend, do that again 10 more times. And what do you have? You have $10,000. See how that works? But now, again, if you apply the 10 rule, you've got that $10,000. Imagine you're getting $10,000 more a month. Imagine that, my friends. Just imagine that. Now, this is what he's doing in the video. I'm not joking. Now, do that thing again 10 times. And guess what you have? $100,000. You have $100,000, my friend. Now, you don't stop at $100,000. Why would you? You do that thing one more time, and $100,000 10 more times is $1 million, my friend. Step by step, anything is a cinch. Inch by inch, anything's a cinch. See how easy that was to make $1 million? F***ing idiot! Can you see what he's doing here? Every time, he's got 5 steps here, which means all you have to do, if you listen to what he's saying, and you do the math, he's saying all you have to do is something 50 times. You take a $10 thing and do it 50 times and you'll make $1 million. Because what people didn't see is every time he goes another step, he's multiplying the value of that $10 item by 10. He's not saying, oh God, this makes me so angry. And the thing that made me angry was the comments on that video. Everybody I read, I went through about 20 or 30 comments. And everybody's comment was, oh my God, this is mind-blowing. I'm so gonna do this. Oh my God, this is great. Now I'm gonna make $1 million. Oh my God. Okay, you wanna get into some facts here, people, and do the math, and open your eyes, and think for yourself. Think. Don't just take bullshit like this and take it at face value. Think. He inflated the value of a $10 service by 10 every step of the way. That is compounding the value of the thing. Here's the fact. You're not going to do a $10 thing 50 times and make $1 million. Here's the fact. If you were to take 5 years, let's do it. Now, I don't know if he said you could do this in a year. But I'm just going to say, let's put a 5-year window on this. If you were to do this principle with a $10 idea, in 5 years, that's 1,825 days. 5 years is 1,825 days, if my math is correct. Now, don't take my math for granted. Go check it yourself, because I can make mistakes like anybody, even with a freaking calculator. So, a $10 item, you would have to sell that $10 item 55 times a day for 5 years to make $1 million. 55 times a day for 5 years, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, at $10. Not how he magically makes a $10 item turn into a $100 item, and then a $100 item magically turns into a $1,000 item, and that $1,000 item magically became a $10,000 item, and that $10,000 item magically became a freaking $100,000 item. Nobody's gonna pay you $100,000 to mow your freaking lawn or braid your hair. If they do, let me know. I'm going into the lawn mowing, hair braiding freaking business. I'll put a chair right on the lawnmower, and as I'm mowing the lawn, I'll be braiding your hair. $100,000 a shot. Who's in? I only have to do that 10 times. Idiots. Now the reality is, if you're gonna make $1 million on a $10 product, you have to sell that product 2 1/3 times an hour. 2 1/3 times an hour, 24 hours a day for 5 years. And that's at 100% profit margin. That's if you have 0 operating costs. Of course, he doesn't talk about operating costs or any of that shit. It's like, oh, just mow a lawn 10 times and you'll have $100, my friend. Doesn't talk about, fuel, the cost of maintaining a lawnmower, oil, none of that is. If you're getting your business advice from this idiot, you're a bigger idiot than he is. Now, my point here isn't that Steve Harvey's an idiot, even though he is. He's an ultimate freaking idiot if he believes this shit. My point here is how discouraged and how upset I became at how many people made comments saying, oh my God, that's so great. That's fantastic. That's easy. I'm in. I'm doing it. Without even questioning this matrix. And what it showed me is people don't think anymore. It is the dumbing down of America, no joke. Nobody thinks anymore. Nobody has the capacity for analytic thought. They absorb whatever they get from an outside source and they plug it into their head as if it's a freaking fact. They don't question anything. It's the 10 by 10 theory, my friends, and God says you'll make $1 million if you just do this 10 times. and then 10 more times, and then 10 more times, and then 10 more times, my friend, you will have $1 million. No, you won't, you idiot. Unless you can find a magical way to make that $10 item increase in value 10 times every time you step up. And if you can do that, yeah, you will be a millionaire, but not because of this 10 by 10 matrix bullshit. You'll be a millionaire because you figured out how to take a $10 piece of shit item and turn it into a $1,000 item. It will not happen. Now again, I'm upset because the amount of people that just jump on board shit like this without thinking. Engage your brain. Now, I see this as a pervasive thing. You know, I'm an old guy. So I come from a time when people used to think. And as I get older, I see that people have become lazy sheeple that do not want to think, or they don't have the capacity to think. And I don't really blame people for that as much as I blame the matrix. I call it the matrix. And that's the system of plutocrats and politicians that want you to go to sleep. They want you to be stupid. They don't want you to have the ability for analytical thought, because that's a threat to them. The more they can keep you stupid, the more they can monetize you and manipulate you. And that's why people buy into this stupid shit. That's why people from the periphery, from the outside, can come up with shit like this and have people go, oh, that's entirely true. I mean, I watched there's a TV program the other day. These are a couple of examples. Now, mind you, they're really small, and they seem totally benign when you watch them. In fact, most people won't even recognize them for what they are. Now, let me tell you, here's two examples. There's a TV show on, it's a game show. And what it does is they come up with these questions, and I forget the name of the game show, who cares, it doesn't matter. But what it is it's a survey show. And the guy goes, he asks a question. We surveyed 100 people in the audience, and we asked them to finish this question. Blah, 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 blah. And the people who are participating have to come up with the number one answer and the number two answer. What that's doing is it's rewarding people for thinking like the masses. Not individual thought, not thought at all. In fact, it's teaching people not to think in creative ways. It's doing the opposite. It's programming, it's rewarding people for thinking like the masses. The idiotic, unwashed, unthinking masses. The more you think like a hive, the more we'll reward you with money. And it's just a game show. I know it's just a game show. It seems innocuous, it seems benign, it seems harmless. But there's a million examples like that in society. And all these little subtle programmings that you're getting have an effect on you subconsciously. They accumulate in your head. Here's another one. I saw a commercial where a guy was making pizza boxes. And he's going like this, assembling these pizza boxes really fast. And this pizza company was showing this as a virtue, as a really cool thing. When in actuality, when you break that down and analyze it, what it's doing is they've taken that person and turned him into a freaking machine. And they rewarded him. They gave him some little prize for being able to make the most pizza boxes in a minute. I'm a pizza box machine. Hooray for me. I get an extra $100 in my paycheck. I mean, shit like that drives me absolutely insane because It's teaching people to be batteries in the matrix. Now, you can go and watch this idiotic Steve Harvey video. Just get on YouTube and search Steve Harvey make $1 million. And I think that video got 200, 300,000 views. Go look at the comments. Look at how many programmed sheeple there are saying, wow, this is great. I'm going to be a millionaire. Nobody, not one of those idiots that made a comment like that could see the simple trick that's going on. Oh, I see what he's doing. He's taking a $10 item, and each time he adds the 10 step to it, he's increasing that $10 item tenfold. So that $10 item is now a $100 item. Well, how did that happen? Nobody's going to pay you $100 to do a $10 service. And then he does it again. Nobody's going to pay you $1,000 to do a $10 service. Just will not happen. Nobody's going to pay you $100,000 to do something that's worth $10. A $10. Hey, write my paper for me. I'll give you $100,000 to write my term paper. I will give you $100,000 to give me an Uber ride. I will give you $100,000 to braid my hair. Actually, if that might be worth it, if you could grow hair on this dead melon. But hopefully you see what I'm getting at here, all right? Booyakasha, I ranted. I hope you're happy. I hope you do what I tell you to do and think, and not just, you have to learn how to think. It hasn't been taught to you. You know, the schools, they don't teach you how to think. They teach you how to remember shit and spit it out on command. And it's their shit that they want you to remember. Okay, I'm going into a depression. I'm losing my mind. All right, guys, donate a few bucks to help us a kid at St. Jude's Research Hospital for Kids. What could be better? Booyakasha, safe.